Hi, welcome to Fictional Narrative. My name is Neri, and just kind of ignore this for now. I'm color testing, which I probably shouldn't do on the day I actually wear green. But I just figured, looking at my old videos, there's a lot of yellow going on, and I almost blended with my skin tone, but we're not going to talk about it. But you're not here for that today. You are here for Cozy Saturday, probably. So Cozy Saturday is a series where I review new cozy mysteries that I've just delved into. So today's cozy mystery is Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala. I hope that I said that name correctly because I looked it up, but if I didn't, absolutely please correct me. So this story is about Lila, who moved back to her hometown from Chicago, and she is tasked with saving her aunt's restaurant. She's a cook herself, and she likes to experiment with a lot of like fusion dishes, but her aunt is very much on the traditional side. She also tells you in like a really cute little monologue in the beginning, like she reconnected with her first love, but he doesn't really turn out to be the guy that she thought he was, or the guy that she had dated. And as a matter of fact, as an adult, he's kind of become her nemesis because he's a food reviewer. And he has given her family restaurant a lot of harsh reviews, which she's confused about because she's like, hello, you know us. So he comes in with his stepfather one day and they're sitting down for lunch and he died in the restaurant that she's trying to save. It's not like he planned to, and it's not his fault, so I guess I can't blame him. But because she is the ex-girlfriend, she is now suspect number one. And then comes in the dashing hero cop of the book, except the cop doesn't seem to be her love interest. He is trying to do his job, but he's not her love interest. He might be her aunt's love interest. I don't know. Book one doesn't kind of get through that, but we get little hints of it, and it's kind of juicy, to be honest. So you can see there's a little bit of a problem where, you know, you're trying to put my family member in jail, but I also want to treat you with respect for this relationship that we've built in the past. And I know that's a little spoilery in a sense, but given that it is going to be cozy mystery and a murder investigation, I don't think it's that spoilery. Also, sorry for any kind of background noises because my little brother is playing outside, and so I can kind of hear him. I think earlier he was kind of mimicking my little sister. She's a baby, so she's crying, and I think he was like making the crying sounds with her, which made her angrier. I don't know. That's what I heard, and that's what my mind filled in the blanks with. That was a little bit spoilery. Now I'm gonna get into more spoilers, but before that, let me tell you what I rated this in case you wanted to kind of be like, okay, let me pick it up first before I come back to this video and watch this spoiler filled section. So I rated this 4 stars out of 5. It's a great introductory book into the series. Okay, yes, I would pick it up again. So honestly, this book was just a really fun read, and I wish I could like experience it for the first time again, because when it comes to the mystery elements and the investigation and everything like that, I loved it. Like, I ate it up. So now let's actually talk about the books. You had your spoiler warning. So there are 2 love interests in this book for our protagonist, Lila, and it really isn't who, well, the second one isn't really who I expected it to be. And I don't know that I see the chemistry, but I think he's so adorable and I still want her to give him a chance, even though with cozy mysteries, it's always like, you know exactly who is gonna lose. Okay, but hold on, let's pedal this back, right? Lila breaks up with her fiance, moves back to her hometown, to moves back to her hometown and back in with her aunt. She has to try to help her aunt save the restaurant because they're overdue on a lot of payments. Business is kind of taking a dip, especially with, unfortunately, her ex's reviews. Okay? So she's trying to help her aunt, and there's a lot of tension in terms of the food. Lila is a cook herself, and she's really amazing at it, and she wants to contribute. She wants to be able to take the restaurant to the next level, to appeal to more people, to bring in more business. There's a lot of things. She went to school for business for a while, so she has ideas, wonderful ideas, but her aunt is very much like, no, we're going to keep it traditional. But now, on top of all these bills that they have, her ex-boyfriend was murdered in the restaurant. So she's the main suspect, and the restaurant is a crime scene. It has to be closed down. So they're going to be in this position where their livelihood, they can't even make money off of that. And that's within the family, that's years and years and years of hard work. And oh my god, I feel for this family. Like, right off the bat, you have your stakes. It is well written, it is understandable from every like angle. You cannot look at this and go, that's not realistic. Like, no, this family has worked hard, and they're put in a terrible, terrible, terrible position. But there's a lot of nuance here too. Okay? When Lila becomes the main suspect, her aunt is like, I know this cop, he's a good cop. Let him do what he needs. Well, he's not a cop. I guess you wouldn't call him a cop. He's a detective. He is well known in the town. Let him do what he needs to do. Everything, we know that you're not responsible. Everything is going to turn out the way that it should. Even when things start to look bad, um, her aunt obviously is like carrying all this weight, all this emotion, all this like you can tell by the little things that the author writes in that she is bothered by the whole thing, but she doesn't want Lila to be bothered. She doesn't want, her niece to poke her head into something, get herself into more trouble. If somebody is out there doing something, she doesn't want her to get into, danger. And it's all of these like little things. And to tie it in with food, I think even if you are not Filipino, which is, the characters are Filipino, if you are not that, even on that base level, you will understand. Like, that's my dad's response to things. It's like, I don't want you to worry about this. I don't want you to worry about that. Like, here's your favorite food. I got you your favorite food. I sliced up some fruits for you. Like, have that. Or I don't know how to talk to you about this very, very modern thing that you're going through that I've never been put in the position of, but I want you to still know that I love you and I care for you. And I don't want you to have to worry, have you eaten? Just on that level, I do not say, I don't really think that I have like a motherly figure in my life so much, because my dad raised me as a single parent since I was 12. So, I fit my dad into things, and I know that for some people, a lot of this happens from like a female perspective, and I still relate to it. I don't think it's really that different, that kind of response. So I felt for the family like a lot. And me and Lila are like this. Me and Lila are like this. We're like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit on my butt and let my family have to handle all of this and have to deal with this and this heartbreak and this loss of the fruits of all their hard work, their livelihood. I'm not gonna sit there and not try to find out what happened or try to meaningfully contribute in some kind of way. Like, me and her are like same wavelength on that. So during her investigation, she has to kind of make amends with people from her past. And there's a lot of like negative connotation, not even negative. There's a lot of negative reaction, period, to the fact that she moved away. For her, people expected her to stay and back up her aunt and not move away and try to like build her own life, and she has a lot of internal struggles of, you know this part of my life has to be for me. I want to be there for my family, but this part of my life has to be for me. And I understand that. I think that she's absolutely right in thinking that. And a lot of in this book and in the Noodle Shop mysteries as well, um Sorry to bring in like another cozy mystery into this. Also, another Asian led cozy mystery, you want to have something for yourself, but you also want to be there for your family. And so both characters from these series is kind of put in that position, and I feel for them. So she takes a lot. Lila takes a lot in terms of people saying that she ran away. She deals with it. She deals with it regardless of what people say. She's like, I'm here now and I want to take care of this now. I have the strength to, and if not, I will find the strength to. Like that is what I feel like her character portrays, as she just gets hit with twist and turn and obstacle after obstacle. I'm not going to say that she doesn't make bad decisions or there wasn't a misstep, but even through that, she tries to make it through that and tries to do right by her family by that. And there are a lot of little nuances to that. Like when you read it, I think it's just portrayed so well. And then in another aspect of this, Lila has a best friend, Adina, who understands where her best friend is coming from, but she and Lila have kind of grown in separate ways. And I think there's an incredible portrayal in this. Adina, oh my God, I love her. I love her. She is like the best friend that is there for you always. When Lila is a suspect, she's like, you are not investigating this and you are not getting into any kind of danger alone. I am with you 100%. I love seeing that in cozy mysteries. Sometimes you have the friend that's just there for like support. Sometimes you have the friends who literally investigate with you and help you. And I love the latter example. If the cozy mystery is the kind of cozy mystery where the protagonist gets in a lot of trouble and gets in a lot of danger, like having that person also there with you is a kind of comfort, and also it's kind of the friendship you want to see. So I just love that dynamic. She and Lila were kind of on the same wavelength, I think, of wanting to leave the hometown, but now she's gone through experiences that we don't understand in the book because it's not said yet, and I think it's going to delve into more. And so she's like, I want to stay here and I want to open, my own business here. And for Lila, she's like, I can't imagine it. Like, there's a whole world out there, and, it's not like it's been great for us here. And so she doesn't understand that. And because it's something that isn't fully resolved in the first book, there's so much more to explore. But then also, I want to see that moment where they have that conversation and where they have that healing. Because I think from a reader's perspective, they both need each other to heal. And I just want them to be okay. I want them to be happy. I don't even care about the romance. I want them to be happy. The romance in this novel. Oh, if you love a little bit of forbidden fruit, this is the one for you. Even the people who are around Lila are like, huh, both of these love interests have very good jobs. Who will she pick? And I'm also kind of like, from like a stability standpoint, I'm also kind of like, that makes sense that they would think that. But I don't think that she's absolutely looking for that. My thing is with the romances, I will say that I won't say that it takes away, but it is kind of almost a diversion, in a sense, away from the mystery. You kind of get pulled into the chaos of, okay, now I have to juggle possibly having a love life with possibly going to jail for something that I didn't do. I don't know about you, but if I was in her shoes, I'd be like, how am I expected to even focus on, oh my gosh, this guy is cute with a good job? Why would he want someone who may or may not be going to jail for murder? Like, it just wouldn't happen, right? And if it did happen, if she went to jail, if at the end of this book she went to jail and she was convicted of murder and she was properly framed, and these guys were still like, what, one of them I understand from like a childhood friend perspective and knowing that she's innocent, like, I get it. But the other one, I'd be like, Why are you so ready to write to a convicted murderer in prison? Why are you so ready to, keep up a romance or even a friendship? Red flag. All right, so if this book is so amazing, has so many nuances, I can so relate, and it's so good, why did I rate it a 4 out of 5? When I looked at it, I can see where the mystery was, it was like, okay, but it needs to be bigger than that to have that climax and resolution feel like a really good payoff. And it was a good payoff, like, because I was satisfied with the resolution, but I have to kind of acknowledge within my own mind that what it took to get there was a little convoluted. All of the little pieces are there for me to even say, okay, the first book is 4 stars just based on this aspect of the mystery. All of the pieces are there for this series to only get better. So if you watched it this far, thank you. And my next video will be Tuesday with the general book content, or if you want to wait till next Saturday for more cozy mystery content, you can absolutely do that. Thank you. Bye.